Do you know what? I still haven't got the hang of that. I do struggle. My face always pops up. I do apologize. Listen, guys, thank you very much for joining us. It's rather impromptu live session here. We've got the Spider-Man trailer dropped at 1 a.m. UK time this morning. So we hurriedly got cobbled together a panel and a video together so we can run through the trailer and analyze it and dissect it. And I've got some amazing guests joining us today. Before I go to the guests, let's see who's in the chat. Probably no one. Probably no one. Let's have a look. Yeah, no one. It's okay. That's all right. That's fine. I think we got one person watching, and that might be me. Let's bring in our guests. Here they come. We got James.
Hello. What's up?
We've got Luke. We got Pete.
All right.
We've got Ben. Hiya, Ben. Hiya, mate. And we've got the Chinese food loving James Mack. Hiya, buddy. How are you? Good.
There he is.
Hey, mate. Right.
Putting your takeaway
Sorry,
down.
I've literally had like 2 spoonfuls and had to run upstairs.
You brought
my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. Never mind. How are we all, guys? How are we feeling?
Marvelous.
Good. On a come down after that trailer.
Spectacular. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely awesome. For me, I mean, I love the first trailer, but this second trailer, it's given more information, more detail about things, but still, I think it's holding back. And I do believe there's stuff being held back.
Yeah.
And I think when we go through the trailer, I'm going to play the trailer for us, and I've got some screenshots that we can go through and we can analyze it and all give our opinions of what we think. But before I play the trailer, could I ask everybody at home who's watching, whether it's on the rewind or live, can you please go over and pay a visit to my good friends' YouTube channels and subscribe to them? They've got some amazing content out there. And while you're at it, give me a subscribe as well. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. So how should we do this? Should we... First of all, has everybody seen the trailer? Come on.
Yes.
Should I say how many
times?
times have people seen the trailer?
Who was up at watch it? Yeah, I was going to ask exactly the same thing, James.
Yeah.
Who stayed
Who
out
was
late?
at 1:30?
Yeah, I did.
I watched it.
I
I put my AirPods in and got my phone out and was watching it in bed. I won't tell you what else I was doing.
No, I was going to say, where was your other hand? And
God.
the other thing is it's deteriorated
wife.
already. It's deteriorated already.
Yeah.
Hey, Bikerman is in the audience there. Hey, buddy, how are you, mate? Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
So yeah, how many times have people seen it? James, how many times have you seen the trailer?
Which
one?
Which James?
James T.
I'd say 10 times just the trailer, and then I've been watching breakdowns and rewinds and stuff all day.
Yeah.
Basically.
Have you been watching reaction videos as well?
No.
No.
No, there's no reaction ones, but just breakdowns and stuff like kind of going through.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he can copy what they said.
Yeah.
And make it look like he's in the research.
All of them
That's right.
You're on other people's channels, I bet.
He just wants to make us look silly. Sillier. Ben, how many times have you seen it, mate?
I get a couple. Like I'm not a mentalist.
No.
Why are you laughing? Yeah, like a couple of times, and like James, I've watched people who put in research so that I can sit back and take in that knowledge. So yeah, I've watched a couple of breakdowns, but I'm the same. I haven't watched any reactions because it's, at what point, like, does a reaction video offer you anything different? If someone like legitimately has to change their pants midway through a reaction video, I'd tune into that. But it never happens.
Yeah, no. If they soil themselves, it's worth the views, isn't it?
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me yet. Close, as we all know.
Oh, the She-Hulk tease nearly got me.
Yeah.
What? Just
the legs.
Just the leg.
Yeah.
Legs, calves. That's all I needed, James.
Yeah.
I thought they were a bit skinny-eyed for She-Hulk. But...
Highly defined, aren't they?
Athletic. Yeah, who are you to judge muscle? ratio anyway. For...
What are you on about? Listen to this.
Oh,
Oh, look out.
Here comes the
James has
Spider-Man.
got his third leg out. Goodness me. Wow. And Pete, how many times have you seen the trailer, dude?
Probably 3 or 4, but I watched it in very slow, kind of pausing, trying to catch bits and all the rest of it the last couple of times. And I was trying to catch that Brazilian version.
Yeah.
That sounds
gone.
dodgy, doesn't it?
It's been taken down.
Yeah.
We'll go into that a little bit later.
It's weird how Spider-Man starts doing the samba halfway through. The
Yeah. And Luke, how many times have you seen it, buddy?
I've watched it a lot. I hate to be
Mentalist.
I hate to be thrown under the bus and have it all said that I've just taken other people's ideas, but I actually sat there and I've worked out an entire.
Oh no, you're not going to bring up the whiteboard, are you?
No whiteboard today.
Okay,
brace yourselves.
Yes, it'll all go a bit crazy. Okay, well, I've seen it about 15 times, and I've played it at quarter speed as well. I would say it was for research purposes, because I was stopping it and doing screenshots and thinking, "Oh, this will be good for the show." But really, no, I was just watching everything in slow motion. It's easier to take in. So, guys, I'm going to play the trailer. Let's open this up, okay, and let's see what happens. Here we go.
Oh, trailer for a trailer. Ugh, I hate those.
Ever since I got bit by that spider,
Soaking.
I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose. This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Spider Monday, indeed. Wow. Oh my God. I know. I still get so excited. The best thing about this, though, guys, and I don't know if you've heard, but we lucky people in the UK are going to get it 2 days earlier.
2 days, yeah.
Amazing.
Two massive
Sorry,
days.
America.
Yeah. I'm fed up with the Americans spoiling it.
Yeah,
for
but
us, you know.
It was so much better. considering Venom 2, we had to wait 2 weeks here, didn't we?
Yeah.
2
I'd
weeks.
rather
yes,
have waited
yeah.
longer, to be fair.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
Venom.
but 2 days, So, guys, I am going to be booking my tickets for is it Wednesday? Or was it Tuesday? I'm trying to work out Wednesday.
Wednesday
Is
the
it
15th,
the 6th? Yeah, 15th. So, oh my goodness me. And
Do you know,
tickets
do you
go
know
on
what?
sale. Go on.
The only thing that I love more than a hero is to see a hero fail.
Where's this going?
I see where you
I
went.
don't.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't
So
recognise
proud of
it, what?
yourself.
I am.
I don't, what,
Batman, isn't it?
Despite all you've done for
Batman.
them, eventually they'll
Batman.
hate you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michael
Oh.
Keegan, isn't it?
10 points to Gryffindor.
No, it's William
You're
Dafoe. isn't
Gryffindor
it?
because you're
Oh, is
ginger,
it?
by the way,
Yeah,
Peter.
tell me that.
That's the rules.
It was
I
the
am
Green
lost.
Goblin in Spider-Man 1.
Oh, you've done your research, haven't you?
I just remember the quote.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through. We've just seen the trailer now. I'm going to run through some different screenshots, and I'm obviously there's some stuff on here which was the trailer for the trailer. Yeah, and again, this is the first thing that I picked out here.
Yep.
So I'm kind of covering everybody here. Now, that is not Green Goblin.
I think it is.
I believe it is as well. Yeah.
Has
I
William
think it
Dafoe
is
got
also.
long hair in this film?
I think he's wearing a hood.
The hood.
Yeah.
But what's
Purple
to say there isn't multiple goblins
Yeah.
That's a
that
good
were
point.
all destined to die, at the hands of fighting Spider-Man, and they come through.
So,
Yeah.
guys, this is probably
Oh.
the best time to speak up about this particular thing. In the trailer, a lot of people have said, "Oh, Dr. Octopus's tentacle is like absorbing the nanotechnology."
Yep.
I don't think that's the case. I think basically, if you go onto the Oscorp webpage, they have done a deal with Stark Industries, and it's all written on there, and it says 2021 to 2025, and it says that they're looking for new interns and everything else. I think that Green Goblin is basically upgrading everyone's armor. I think that's why Electro has a new suit that you won't take away from him because it helps him control his powers. I think that's why the Green Goblin himself has this upgrade as well. I think they all appear to us in their original forms and then go for a costume change so that they can sell more toys and figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that is William Dafoe. I think that is the Green Goblin, and I think that is just a costume change.
Yeah, that's interesting.
When
There
I
is
first
some
saw it, I
news.
thought. When I first saw it, I was thinking. First, I thought it's very evocative of New Goblin, but with James Franco's kind of personal stuff, there's just no hope he's in this. And then I
there's no
thought
chance.
Dane DeHaan. I was thinking for a second it could be him.
Oh, right.
But,
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think he was back when the movie was announced, rumored to be in it. So
I'd be cool with that,
I would like to see it too. Yeah.
Well, if they're bringing Jamie Foxx back, then they can do him, can't
Yeah.
they?
It
But
does
the-
open it up, doesn't it?
But the interesting thing is obviously what Doc Ock says in the trailer, where it's like, they're ghosts of the past, aren't they, or whatnot? So, like, does that
Just
mean they
chasing
have to be
ghosts.
dead?
In their universe, like
In
there's
their
no saying
universe.
that any of these are legitimately from those universes that we have
Exactly,
seen. These
yeah.
are all
No.
variants.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because
It's crazy, isn't it?
Electro, for me, whilst he kind of has the new look and stuff, which is fabulous, by the way.
Yes.
Much better. Oh my
like
goodness.
just the way they kind of created the
That's good.
The little
iconic
face mask.
mask
Yeah.
with
Oh,
the
so good.
bolts and stuff. Very cool. But even behind that, he looks less of a nerd. Like
Yeah.
like he looks a little bit more grounded and less kind of cartoonish. Which is a shame because I absolutely love that nerd. No, just me. Okay, I'll see myself.
It
out.
is. Yeah.
Where it's like,
But isn't
I put this comb over.
isn't Jamie Foxx actually working on a boxing film at the moment? So he's beefed up
he's
anyway.
beefed up.
Yeah.
I believe that's the case.
Well, that's it. That's an interesting take, though, isn't it? On what Luke was saying, because I'm just thinking that these are just different people from different multiverses, like different Electro from different multiverse, rather than having an upgrade. So I don't know. You may be right. You may well be, but I don't know. I think by having a multiverse, it kind of opens up lots of possibilities, doesn't it? And I think you can just throw it into the mix then, can't you? Throw anything at the wall and see what sticks.
It does worry me if they, again, introduce a massive kind of link to Tony Stark. Because it's just, it feels like every kind of Spider-Man film or Spider-Man appearance always links back to Stark, and I get it. I get that they're kind of making him the Uncle Ben figure, so to speak, but it just feels lazy.
Get over it already. Get over it.
All of it. Stark
I can't wait for Reed Richards to come along and then be like, oh, okay, it's Reed Richards technology.
But Stark has always driven the whole MCU, not just Spider-Man. Like, even with them changing Ultron from being Hank Pym's creation to being Tony Stark's, like, the whole thing has always been Stark driven.
Yeah.
So here's the next picture I got here.
Speaking of Stark driven.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Does look nice,
James,
doesn't it?
Yeah, James, you pointed out something here, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, so it seems obviously that it's like absorbing, or it's like carrying on, isn't it? It's like in the video you can see it like it's actually going up the arm.
Yeah.
So it's obviously changing there and then. I don't know if it's his interaction with Spider-Man's Stark suit that he's made, the Iron Spider.
So something to notice in that picture as well, and in some of the shots from the trailer, is the eye in the arm is red, which in those films indicated that the arms were in control.
Yeah.
So maybe the moment that he kind of absorbs that nanotech, it kind of sorts, the arms out a bit. And
I like that idea.
Down.
Yeah.
I do believe that he's going to bond with Peter. I think he's not necessarily going to be a bad guy, which is why we don't see him in that final showdown at the end.
Yeah, well, you do. You see him get blasted off by Electro. Get blasted off the scaffolding. So
yes,
perhaps he's there in a.
Don't ask, guys. Don't ask. Excuse me.
Hang on. What the hell? Oh my god! Is that inside of him?
Sorry, guys. It was that curry.
You've got some pouch of milk beans, or whatever you call them, haven't you? Is that what that is?
Talk amongst yourselves.
He's secretly so angry inside. He's so angry.
Fucking fuming.
There is a moment. If Dr. Octopus does indeed.
That's right, Luke. Get we're back on track, mate. Get we're back on track. Come on.
If Dr. Octopus does indeed side with Peter with all this like backwards and forwards with the talking and everything, that might be what he means when he says, "I can't save everyone." Maybe that is a character that he actually sees die. Someone else who's close to him. Someone that he's had an impact on. I think because again, we have to remember they edit these trailers all out of sync. You don't know what you're actually fitting with which.
I think you're totally right. Oh, sorry, go on, James.
I have that in my notes here as well. Like the context of that in the movie, I think, will be that someone has died, and he's gutted about it, and he's like, "It's my fault." But I think if I can't imagine that all of this is happening because of Peter, if like people are dying, I don't think the movie will lay the blame on Peter for that by the end. Like, it'll be some reveal that someone has been manipulating all these events to happen.
I think what goes back to what Luke said about I think Doc Ock's relationship with Peter. I mean, when you see them talking to and interacting with Doc Ock with MJ and Ned, it's almost like jovial, isn't it? Like,
it's not
he's obviously
and
he's like he's like imprisoned underneath the sanctum, isn't he, or whatnot, isn't he? So, I think them interacting with him, I think that will build a relationship, and then towards the end, they've got to die. I think Doc Ock. I mean, we saw him self-sacrifice at the end of Spider-Man 2. I think that arc will be redeemed again, and he will say, "I've got to die," and it's going to be like another relationship for Peter to lose.
Well, Dr. Octopus has always been, what Peter could have been if he followed that mindset. They always say, like, if Uncle Ben didn't die and he went down that route, Dr. Octopus is like the opposite to him. Hence, like the 8 arms of a spider, 8 arms of an octopus as well. Like it's all connected.
But because you know how
could never pull Zendaya though. Let's be honest, guys.
Or Marissa Tomei. But they're doing Sinister Six. If Doc Ock is a good guy, that leaves 2 spaces on the Sinister Six for the end, like for the last act of the movie. And I know consensus among us is that Sandman later on in the movie will probably not be a villain either. No. Because the shots where you see like him and Electro potentially
it'll be
3
those
spaces.
2. It'll be those 2 because there's no way that we're going to have all the villains from the other movies and not the villains from Tom Holland's
the current movies. Yeah.
Let's bring up his. Show us your.
Very bad copies, but
yeah. I'd love to see Mysterio back.
100% Mysterio, I think.
Everyone forgets that Mysterio, there was a scene where one of his little like side boys uploads that USB.
Yeah.
So Mysterio is on a USB, ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they're bringing back like, you know, dead variants or whatever, then why can't they bring back the dead Mysterio from?
We need Mysterio to be seen by the public in order to clear Spider-Man's name for not killing him.
Good point.
So whether it's a variant or the same one, it's irrelevant. We just need to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have Bruce Campbell play the variant like it was originally planned?
I thought this myself. I'm dying to see that, and I would not be surprised if that happens in a.
I think you are. I think we are touching a very, like, I think we're pretty much on it, because I think if, in the sense of the whole story, if Mysterio showed up in this trailer, then it would ruin the whole.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it? Like the
There's
whole story.
They're definitely keeping some stuff. Like, I know this movie's been wrought with leaks, but I think there's still some stuff that is going to be.
It's definitely stuff being held back.
Yeah, 100%.
What about C-lists? What about C-lists suggestion here about the 5 villains? Who's the 5? Is it Vulture or Scorpion? There is talk of a Kraven the Hunter movie, isn't there?
Yeah, he's been cast. It's
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're putting anyone in that hasn't already been seen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. But the thing is with Scorpion as well is that we've seen obviously Mac Gargan as Mac, but you wouldn't just like have him casually bowl up like in a Scorpion suit. Like, oh yeah, by the way, look at this. This is cool.
Well, Jameson has a big role in this though, and he's tied to his origins in the comics. So that wouldn't shock me at all. But Vulture, I don't know, because he's in Morbius.
What would shock you, James?
I don't know. I think this movie is going to be fan service and not have. There'll be a couple of characters at the end. I'm sure that will be.
Do we think Venom's just an afterthought on the end scene or something? Or
I think we're going to see Venom in the end credits and possibly even Spider-Gwen. I think Marvel would be mad after the success of the animated Spider-Verse, and with them wanting all these female characters, whether it be Captain Marvel, female Thor, or any of the others. They'll be mad not to hone in on that and cash in.
Thank you very much.
Do we think it's going to be Emma Stone though?
Oh, I'd love it if it was.
I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
I'm going to say something really bad now. She's not getting a bit too old for it.
Oh, shocking. Shocking.
But do you know what I want? If we do indeed get these other Spider-Man characters in this movie, which I do believe we will, I think that they should go with it. So even when they go back to their own universes, have these characters make other movies, but in their own universes, and we can have 4 or 5 different Spider-Man films with different characters. Tobey Maguire, getting older now, have him and MJ get married, have them have the kids, and do the whole Renew Your Vows storyline. There's so much content to do. Sony would be mad not to throw everything out.
Well, they've been wanting their own cinematic universe for so long, and it's really always been there because they have the Raimi films and the Andrew Garfield films. So the 100, like Spider-Man 4, I would guarantee like that's Sam Raimi's next movie after he's done with Doctor Strange. I think he's going to do that. Like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen. In the next 5 years, I think we'll see all of these characters have their own movie.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And then some kind of events
James
team up.
Smoked today.
No.
No.
Mikey.
You want about me?
Don't know, Mr. Keegan.
Go on.
Oh, Mr. Keegan.
Oh, that's
Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099 in the next 5 years.
Yes.
You need to settle down, young man.
At least announced. Movies announced in the next 5 years.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Well, we'll see.
With Nicolas Cage as Spider-Noir.
I'd love it.
Can you imagine?
Be great.
Okay, guys. So moving back to the trailer, at the very beginning here, we have a very sad, forlorn-looking Tom Holland. Looks like he's crying. So I think, what are your thoughts? But I think maybe something serious has happened here. Someone's died. And looking at potential deaths, who do you think is going to die in the show?
I know who we've not spoke about is Happy and Aunt May.
Yeah,
who,
I know.
Have literally only featured in a couple of shots. So there's just the shot with Happy in the car looking.
Why is that then?
He's
Why is
surrounded.
that? Why is that? We know why.
Dead.
That's my thoughts. His aunt is going to die. His Happy, who we love, we all love Happy. Jon Favreau, he's going to die, in my opinion.
The thing is, we're Happy now. He's so in terms of where his character can go within the MCU now. Like his arc, I felt like kind of reached a point with Iron Man 3 and stuff. I really don't see where that can go now.
I mean, it was a nice scene in Far From Home when you could see Happy looking at Tom Holland's Peter Parker in the jet doing all the Iron Man stuff. That was a nice part. But I think that's as far as it's should go now. I think.
I think we're leaning towards Aunt May dying, and that'll be the catalyst from going to see Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
that's where I think.
And before she dies, she goes, "With great power comes great strength."
Some great calves. Okay, so sad Tom Holland. We think at this point something has happened, something bad, something sad.
It looks like do you remember that? It looks like an Evanescence music video.
Yeah,
Holland's broke his nose a few times filming, hasn't he? That's why his nose looks a bit.
Not surprised swinging around in front of trains.
Yeah.
That will happen. That's it. Okay, so then he goes.
Jason C-list E-Man has just made a good comment there. That image of Spider-Man crying, that's probably the end of the film. Where he's commenting that, no, not that one, where he's commenting that Peter's basically going to sacrifice himself to close the portals. That's probably the decision point where he ends. I'm there.
Oh, right, okay.
You've solved it.
We can't. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. So we lose. You see, we lose Tom Holland, but we still
lose him in the MC. We lose him in the MCU.
Yeah.
And that's him.
He's
going
already
back
gone
to
and come back, hasn't he?
He has to leave everyone behind, doesn't he?
It is called No Way Home. Maybe
this is what I was mentioning.
This is how they pull him out.
Shit, it's all connected.
I think I mentioned this to Peter over the weekend when we were at Thought Bubble, but I was saying that.
Oh, is that your way of saying that Pete stole your
idea? No. It's that we were talking about how maybe he would get trapped over in another universe, and so if what we're saying is true, and say like MJ does die, all of a sudden he's there with a new Aunt May who says, "Oh, MJ's on her way over." He's all excited. Right. He'll rush over to the door, but instead of the MJ that we know from this, we'll see the classic redhead look. And she'll
I remember that now, James. I think I drifted off at one point, but I do remember that now. That's what you said.
You've subconsciously remembered it for tonight's show.
But how cool would it be to get that face it, Tiger, you've just hit the jackpot moment, with a whole new MJ? Because I get it, right? Zendaya, she's a beautiful girl and everything else, but a lot of fans were like, "Oh, where's classic MJ?"
She's a goddess, all right? Don't underplay it.
Yeah,
I love.
Don't play it down, man.
How
cool is this scene here? How cool is this scene?
So good.
I love
when
the
he
suit.
Comes out.
Just love it. It's menacing.
Yeah, and he comes through the clouds there. Is he wearing a funny little hat?
This is mask.
Like a cone head.
It goes quite far back. It's like a xenomorph helmet, isn't it?
It is a little bit, isn't it? It's Alien. Alien on a glider.
I know people like to take the piss out of this costume, but I've always loved it.
It's
When
horrific.
people say Power Rangers and stuff, I'm like, I don't care. I don't
So much nostalgia for that costume.
Same,
like
yeah.
even when he had the mask on the arm of the chair and he's doing the backwards and forwards talking, like I love it.
Yeah.
I
That was
think
creepy, actually, wasn't it?
If they just introduced some purple accents into the suit, fans would have received it a lot better. Like just have a little bit on the hat bit and a little bit on the body.
And a satchel.
Yeah.
And a satchel.
Yes,
that's what it's missing.
Just to put his bombs
keep
in.
his balls in.
Which he's always dropping anyway. Oh shit!
Oh, there they go. What do we think about this suit, guys?
I love it.
I didn't like it initially when I saw like the Hot Toys version of it, but it's growing on me.
So is this the armored
How many
suit?
suits are in the trailer? Because I think there's about 4 different suits so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a black and gold one, and in the first trailer, you do see him in a black suit, but that wasn't the suit. That was a different. That was almost all black.
In this one, you see him. He's got like a phone. He's got a phone attached to his chest, and you can see he's at MJ and Ned. You can just about make it out there on his chest. There,
I can see it there.
Part of the trailer.
There's a leaked. There was a leaked picture ages ago with that on, so it's kind of confirmed that that's legit as well. Now. It's like gaffer tape. It's like gaffer taped on it.
When are we going to talk about the scaffolding?
We're coming to it, mate. We're coming to it. We are coming to it. Anyway, so next part of the trailer, we have Dr. Octo Octavius smashing down on the bridge. Now, in the trailer as well, you can see some of the tentacles coming up from underneath the bridge and flipping cars up and turning them over. And then this giant foot comes down, and then he appears and says, "Hello, Peter." And then, of course,
the worst impression I've heard all day.
"Hello, Peter. How are you, mate? All
He's
right?"
not Cockney. Why is he Cockney?
He is now. In my universe.
And in this scene, he goes, "You're not Peter."
Yeah.
He does.
So this was interesting. Again, you would have noticed this in the trailer that he has him up against the wall. He's got his mask on, and as his arm is coming towards him, his mask is being revealed slowly, as you can see. And then, obviously, why would he be doing that? Is that to say, like, you're trying to kill me? I'm not the Peter you're after, or what?
I think that's part of the tentacles absorbing the nanotech.
Yeah, the arms are pulling it off, and he has less so he's protecting his chest
to defend himself.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I
Okay.
think.
All right. Okay. That makes sense.
His hands are going away as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, good point.
See, I'd protect my penis first, if anything. So I would have done that the other way around.
There is a box there. I can see it's rather unusually shaped. Well, for me, it is. And here we have it. Obviously, he's in containment here by the looks of it. It looks like he's in some sort of tank or something, doesn't it?
It doesn't look like there's any doors to it.
No, I know. It's
going to be sealed by magic, though.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
That
yeah,
saves,
they are
the
quite
prop
casual
department,
around
doesn't
him,
it?
aren't they? Yeah, they're kind of sort of just laughing at his name.
Yeah, they've got no
and,
fear. I mean, he's got no fear, has he? So
no,
and those two haven't either.
So maybe after this, they have a discussion with him, and then that's maybe when they join forces, possibly.
Yeah,
potentially.
I think maybe I think something will happen with MJ and Ned, and he will turn to Dr. Octopus as being the only person that can help him. And so that's where that friendship will come from.
Yeah. Do we recognize this building then? Is that the Shield?
It's Lady Liberty.
Shield.
Is it Lady Liberty with her Captain America shield?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and I'm all for it.
Love it.
Now, so that's all the scaffolding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up around there, right?
I wonder where we've seen that scaffolding before.
Where's that scaffolding come from? That's strange. That. Now, is this a magic spell that
There's
Spider-Man
the phone.
is
You can
using
see it on
here?
his chest. Look, you can see
Yeah,
Zendaya.
yeah.
And
Oh, you're right.
on
Yeah.
his chest.
There you go.
I never noticed that. Yeah.
Well, they're running along.
So do you know what? You've ruined my theory now with this because I didn't notice the phone before. I originally thought that maybe this was just a red herring and this was actually Doctor Strange disguised as Peter to lure Electro out. wanting to send him back. And so I thought, oh, they're going to make it look in the trailer that Spider-Man has these mystical powers, but actually it's just an illusion over Strange. But now that the phone's there, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
and you can see like wiring around the costume as well. Like
yeah, if you take a look at the suit as well, it's got all the symbols on it, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder why they're on FaceTime or whatnot, or video call to see what's happening. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it's a bit better time to catch up.
Yeah, exactly, Ben. Exactly.
Is that actually Zendaya there? Her face.
Yeah, it looks like her.
Yeah, it looks like
it
her.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Can you zoom in, Jason?
No.
No.
No, don't be stupid.
Zoom in. He can't even get these pictures up without blocking all our beautiful faces.
Exactly.
Well, no, that's true. That's so let's. Now this is a pivotal moment here. I think
this reminds me of Spider-Man 1.
Oh, I love this so much.
No, is it great?
That's him protecting someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks that way.
We've
I'm
seen
trying
them
to
blow
look
up
at
in
the building.
Spider-Man's face before.
Is that an office, do you think, or is that somebody's apartment?
It looks like somewhere Happy or Aunt May could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Because if you see the first trailer, there, she sat down, isn't she? And it looks like someone walks into the room and they're staring at someone walking through in the first trailer. And then this looks like the same room. So I'm thinking something. Obviously, Green Goblin's coming in and thrown. I think he's potentially killed Aunt May and Happy potentially.
The thing that confuses me, not confuses me, but I ponder about this whole thing is, in terms of writing character, like these are pretty I can't say the word. These are pretty bad actions. Like these are very evil things to do for the sake of being evil. But yeah, no, I think I'm tired. But I think like what I'm trying to say is that, like why is Green Goblin trying to kill an Aunt May and a Happy Hogan from another universe? Like what does he gain from that? Like, and even in the, in Spider-Man 1, he never got to the point where he was just like doing stuff like that. Surely,
well, yeah, but she smacked his hand, didn't she?
And he attacked her. Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve to die for that, bitch.
So right by here, a car explodes, and it looks like a police car.
This is
that's outside where the Daily Bugle van is, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. James Jameson is in this scene, or in this area.
There better not be Jameson who just blew up. Because
there's two
I
of them.
think Tom Holland
gonna riot.
But also, we see a scene with Happy in a car, don't we? With all, do you remember with all the red laser lights shining, and there have got a lot of police around. I'm wondering, I don't know whether or not he's been blown up in the car. I don't know. I know. Who knows? So then, the trailer then goes to. This is interesting. The portal there. Where
I love the
what is that box?
That.
Yeah. It's great.
So I think that's the box that obviously it's got to send the villains back or whatever, isn't it? Maybe.
What if it's got the villains?
Is he webbing his own foot there?
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's gone to escape and he's opened up a portal and it's aimed at his foot.
If you look, there's two portals by the looks of it.
Yeah. I think that cube is like a little TARDIS cube box thing, and that is the prison
that
to
Doc
the
Ock was in.
villains. Doc Ock is inside of that with all the other villains that he'll capture early in the film. And then
like Ghostbusters, like a ghost trap.
Yeah, and then there'll be
a ghost trap, exactly.
Yeah. And then there'll be the reveal by
like
Doctor
that.
Strange. The reveal by Doctor Strange would be like, "Yeah, we've got to kill him to
I'm gonna bin
the
this
universe back." And then Tom Holland's like, "Well, you can't kill him."
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
I really love that kind of dilemma for the movie to present, where you have to send them back, but you send them back, you're killing them, and he's just like, "No, we're not doing that." Like I think that's really good. You can see
it just
both
adds
sides
to
of that
Doctor Strange's like character so much, that whole dick energy that he kind of gives off, and I just think it's genius.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah. So here, Spider-Man, he goes to fly. He puts his webbing through the portal, but good old Doctor Strange just create another portal, and he just ended up webbing his own foot. Yeah, so he's just stuck there. Is that what's happened there?
Yeah.
It's like the game Portal. Did you play the game Portal at all,
Portal,
guys?
yeah,
I mean,
it's exactly like Portal. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, great game. Okay, so we got here a lot of running going on, blurry motion. Panic.
She looks
by
like
the
she's in that
people.
hotel.
Yeah, it does look like the same scene where the goblin.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's running for a laugh.
Look at that.
That's
That
awesome.
mask.
Look at that.
Ah, this is amazing. I hated the Amazing Spider-Man 2 look. I thought it was
Blue.
atrocious.
Looked like a Smurf.
And this is perfect. This like chef's kiss, amazing. Couldn't ask for a better look for him.
Brilliant. Yeah.
If I'm splitting
great
hairs,
shot.
maybe his t-shirt could be like a little bit brighter
Green.
But I'm splitting hairs. But
Splitting hairs.
you flashed up a picture earlier, Jason, and I'm telling you that's a different Electro because like his hairline is different. Like he literally has a hairline.
Yeah.
As well as that some posters have blue lightning and some have yellow. And there's a shot earlier in the trailer that it looks like he has blue and it's turning yellow. So maybe
It might be
Electro,
after the upgrade.
multiple Green
It might be
Goblins.
after the upgrade from Green Goblin, like I was mentioning earlier.
yeah,
That
it could be.
it changes it all.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to give up. Like I don't want to go back to looking like a blue. No.
Yeah.
I mean, that shot there, it just looks really menacing. And I said
amazing.
before that, if I saw that in a darkened street, I would fucking shit myself. it's really creepy and very, very reminiscent of. It's very Raimi-esque to me. That you know, that sort of design. Really,
It's identical.
It looks more
isn't it?
menace.
It is the same suit. That's before he would upgrade.
Yeah, it's the same suit.
I think it looks more menacing in the face.
I think it's because it has this like CG sheen on it. That it looks
It's
a
got
little
the mouth.
different,
Well, yeah, the mouth to me looks a little bit, I don't know, wider and like he's laughing and menacingly. But it's a great shot, though, I have to say. And then this happens. I guess the orange there is Doctor Strange doing his thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
Do you think it's
exactly the same
repeating the spell from the beginning?
Yeah, exactly the same. It looks like just a enlarged version of that spell.
Yeah,
and he's trying to put everything right again. Do you think is that what's going on there?
But that's obviously with all the scaffolding gone. If you go back,
scaffolding is gone there. It's what it's falling in the water. If you look, is that splashes and stuff.
Someone drops the shield, didn't they, in the trailer?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay.
Awesome
now
shot.
We've got to this scene now, which again is a great shot. And we have this here, where you've clearly got Sandman, Electro, and Lizard against one Spidey here. And there has been a lot of speculation online, isn't there, about this? And I'm now going to play you a video.
Oh, Brazil.
Of...
Notice the scaffolding.
Let's have a look. Ready? Hang on. Let me get rid of this first. It would help. Hang on a second. Get rid of that. Right, fucking hell, James, you idiot. Let's try again. You pleb. Add stream.
Oh.
Now watch how Lizard moves his head there. Look.
He sneezed. There's a lot of sand around.
It could be that. But he's clearly been punched by something, isn't he?
See the fist mark
Clear
in
as
his
day.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, but it looks like the Sandman is the enemy there as well because he's punching.
But and again, that does worry me. That does worry me as a massive Sandman fan. Like I just love the complexity of that character and like what Spider-Man 3 did with him. I actually think some of the best bits of that film.
Yeah, 100%.
It worries me that if they're just going to bring him in as a villain for the sake of it. But
he's not a bad guy. He's just had bad luck.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Now, interestingly, guys, the Brazilian trailer has been removed and replaced with a regular US trailer. So it was pulled
someone's
rather
been
quickly.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Because it kind of well, I mean, let's face it, right? If a trailer of this sort of thing went out for, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice, right? You haven't got your diehard nutters analyzing every second of the video, and they would have got away with it. But not with a Marvel trailer, because it does get dissected. And,
but Marvel know that, so what are they playing at putting stuff like that out?
It was a mess up.
Because even we're messaging today, even without that lizard headshot, you can clearly see that there are 3 villains with different eye lines, and Lizard's jump is completely off.
It's all intentional with Marvel.
And Spider-Man just wouldn't be jumping into like a fight with like the 3 of them like that.
No, 100%.
It's a 3-on-3, guys. It's definitely a 3-on-3. That's my thought.
I like it.
But it's Doctor Strange and Venom, not 2 other Spider-Men.
I disagree.
No. How upset would everyone be?
Yeah, can you imagine? Would Venom cross over and be a good guy and help Spidey out?
Yeah, that's how it was set up.
I don't want Venom anywhere near this film. I don't want him anywhere near it.
No, not the way Sony doing Venom.
I think, guys, we will get a third trailer. I think when that day the tickets go, I think we will get a third trailer, and we will see the 3 Spider-Men, because if they don't, they're just losing money. Like, if you show 3 Spider-Men,
I don't think
everyone's going to go to the cinema and see that film.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't think they are. I think it's a sellout. It's going to be.
That's not how movie execs work. They don't do things like that. The biggest problem that we all have watching trailers is that they show too much. They don't think the way we do. They think a way of making money, and they know that they're going to make a shed ton more.
But in terms of like the promotional aspects of this film, there's been very little. In terms of, we've had to wait ages for trailers. Do you not think that the way that the internet?
Well, that's why it's going to be so late. That third trailer is literally going to be on the day that the tickets go live, and it will come up saying tickets available now. Buy.
So apparently, Sony wants to show them, and Marvel says no. Is saying no, and they're going with Marvel to appease them
because
Sony have a track record of showing everything. Like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Venom, they showed the ending of the movie in both of those trailers. So like, if it's up to
Sony just dropped the trousers, don't they?
Exactly,
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So Marvel, I think Feige is kind of saying
when you think about it as well.
In the movie.
Sorry, James.
Go on.
I was just going, what if, right? They're not in it.
That'd be hilarious.
Let me just get my shotgun on.
I would be okay with that on some level. Like, this trailer is still just as good whether they're in it or not. Like, I would still watch this movie.
I just worry, I think I've said it before, I just worry that we're built up WandaVision so much about having a fifth one. And at the end, no matter how good that show was, people were still disappointed because it didn't have what they wanted in it.
Yeah.
So what happens if we go and see this and they're not in it?
I think that what we've got to remember. What we've got to remember is that there's that very high quality image of Andrew Garfield with his arm on that scaffolding.
Have you not seen the recent leaked photos?
What scaffolding? That scaffolding?
That scaffolding there.
And the other picture is like.
And the other picture is him on the scaffolding.
Yeah.
With the city line in the background.
It looks pretty solid, and like the leaked image of Matt Murdock at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Like, people have like analyzed it, and it's like a bookshelf from another shot, from another angle. There's no way.
His legs look weird, doesn't it?
Interestingly enough, I think that guy who released those pictures has gone missing.
Never to be seen again.
Kevin Feige has him in his basement.
Yeah.
Guys, this shot here.
Glorious.
We all know what we're hoping is going to happen here, don't we?
Yeah.
We're hoping, well, personally, that this is Andrew Garfield rescuing MJ. And if that does happen, that would be an amazing, absolutely amazing shot there, because
I mean,
proper retribution for him.
On a side note, he deserves a third film, surely, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was great.
Well, this is what I was saying. If they run with it and they send them back to their own universes, they can do all these different films, and he can get his film again.
Hashtag bring back Rhino.
He's been very vocal though, hasn't he, about the fact that how the studio operated and acted while he was how it was with Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I don't know.
If you chuck enough money at him.
I think he's going to die.
Yeah, I think he's going to die as well.
I think he's going to die saving Mary Jane.
Whoa,
saving
where did
MJ.
that come from?
He's going to die. He's a goner because there's no appetite for a Amazing Spider-Man 3, like from most people.
Speak for
they're
yourself.
They're just going to fuck it up again, you know?
What if he catches her and takes the brunt of the fall?
That's why I think is going to happen. Yeah, he'll die, kind of
He'll do it differently compared to Gwen Stacy, and learn from his mistake and put it right.
I have heard another theory. If we, let's just pretend for 1 second Toby and Andrew aren't in the film, even though they are.
Okay.
Like, another theory is that our Spider-Man, has to pick who to save, MJ or Ned, because if you notice when she falls, Ned also falls.
Yeah.
That could be pretty. That could lend itself to some high drama.
Do you think, just keeping that in mind, then do you think we're going to get a kind of an end game scene where it's all about to go tits up, and then we'll get the two other Spider-Men appearing at the very end point?
Yeah.
No, I think
no.
I think they're in it throughout the whole movie.
They've already said it. It's like Spider-Man Endgame, so I think it's going to get to its lowest part, and then the other two are going to come in.
Do you know why I think it's Spider-Man Endgame? I think we're going to get the Spider-Men sooner. All right, so still at the end, still in the last act, but we're going to get them sooner than that. What I think is the end of this film will be setting up Multiverse of Madness, and where Strange is literally saying they're all coming through. I can't stop them. I think they're going to throw everything at us, and I think that they're going to throw the Patrick Stewart with the X-Men, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, Wesley Snipes' Blade, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, everyone from every Marvel movie that we've ever seen will pile into this scene, and it legitimizes everything because all of a sudden they go, hey, remember those films from 20 odd years ago? They're still relevant. They're part of the MCU, and you can watch them on Disney Plus.
I know his motorbike with the see-through shield.
That will be the Multiverse of Madness, where everything is all thrown in, and it legitimizes the entire thing.
Is that how we get Chris Evans back as the Human Torch then?
And then just as the film ends, that'd be great. Just as the movie ends, do we get the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards' hand on a broom, waving, as the audience kind of know from a horrific film.
Yeah, I'd pay good money to see that.
Luke, go to bed.
We know that Patrick. Listen, we know that Patrick Stewart was in talks with Kevin Feige around the time of WandaVision, and we all assumed that he would be in that, and we were going to get X-Men for the first time. Right? What if it wasn't that? What if it was leading to this? You imagine it's that whole on your left moment. The universe is crumbling, tearing apart, and we're seeing all these different heroes coming in, all stuff that exists. It means that when it's all fixed after the Multiverse of Madness, we will get the new versions coming later on. We will get the new X-Men, new cast members, and everything else. But for this right now, we will get everything legitimized in one big happy package.
I do think we're going to get a scene like that where they'll bring in some of the other franchise characters. I think it's going to be when they fight Kang, though. It'll be another Endgame scene, and they'll pull like every hero from every universe.
I agree, Luke, to a point. I like the end of it setting up Multiverse of Madness, but I think getting all of those properties is mental. I don't think that'll happen.
For a Sony movie, especially.
Perhaps. But I would be more interested if that opened up and you saw some. Could you imagine if we're all going mental? Like, look, I'm going to go mental as well. Could you imagine if it opened up and it was all the what if characters, but as proper actors come through? You know, that would be tremendous.
What they changed from animation, and as it went into the different, they actually became.
Mickey Mouse jumps at the end and reaches for Gwen. That would be tremendous.
You guys need to settle down, all right? Like we've just spent 54 minutes debating if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in this film. Next thing, you're talking about bloody everyone else, Ben Affleck's and Wesley Snipes. What's going on?
About the amount of sway that Kevin Feige has within Hollywood, just to get those little cameos, just literally go, hey, we're doing this thing. We know you said you didn't want to be these characters anymore, but just do this once and then we'll call it a day. And that's what
then if they wanted them that bad, they've got the rights to the shows. Could they just digitally put them on?
Yeah, I would love a big end scene, a bit like Ready Player One, where you've got a huge crowd and you're kind of picking out the different.
Yeah, but I think like Mr. Keegan is correct. I think if that happens, it's in 8 years' time when it's like a Kang multiverse, Secret Wars.
Yeah, but all those other actors won't, like, by then we will have the new X-Men and everyone else. What I'm saying is it just legitimizes the old, and we'll still get recast. We'll still get the new Fantastic Four. We'll still get the new.
I can't believe he's
X-Men and
committing to it
everything
so
else.
much. Like, that's madness. That's the
You know, you
multiverse
call
madness.
yourself a fan, but you're not a fan, really, are you? Like, this is what you want.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
Talking of being a realist, do we think there is any chance at all we're going to see even a glimpse of Miles Morales?
No, too soon.
Not even in an end credit scene.
No, I think we'll get Spider-Gwen for the reasons that I said earlier. But Miles Morales, I think the two characters of Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Miles Morales are far too similar at the moment, and they will wait until that's until that's passed.
I don't think Sony want to distract from Into the Spider-Verse 2 as well by having live action versions. Like, I think they want to commit and lean into those characters as kind of animated.
Yeah, but Miles Morales is so hot right now, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
So hot. It's so hot right now.
It's so hot right now. That Hansel is so hot right now.
Sure is. Okay, guys. Well, moving on. I think we've pretty much covered everything. I think what we would like to see, what we don't want to see. Has anybody got any sort of final thoughts? Really,
I want to know what Ben's going to do when my theory is proven correct. I want him to come back to his channel and put out a video of an apology.
Guys,
formal apology video. I like that. Yeah,
I will eat an anus on my YouTube channel for 2
You've
hours.
done that lots of times
live.
before, Ben.
Can I come on your channel?
Oh!
I will eat Jason's anus live on my channel for an hour.
Are we all still in the camp that?
That's how confident I am.
Are we all still in the camp that Doctor Strange is a bad guy or evil or?
No.
Remember that was like the last trailer. I thought so as well. The last trailer, it seemed it maybe, but this one,
I think it's those flaws that, like, you know, he does want to make that bad decision of like killing the villains, and that's a very kind of Doctor Strange thing to do. And at the end, he like clearly messes up again. So it's like it's all very Doctor Strange. Like, I think.
But is it him messing up, or do we think it might be the?
It's all from what happened with the Loki series, isn't it? That's what I think it was.
I think that's what the ending is. I think it's going to be
the purple ripples in the sky. It's the same as the sacred.
And is that how the whole multiverse starts then as well for the Doctor Strange movie? But definitely with Kang there at the table with Loki, and then he says it's happened, and he felt the ripple, and apparently in WandaVision as well. At the end, there's something to do with that as well.
She's looking for her sons as well. Don't forget that she's on a warpath to find her sons.
She is.
That don't exist.
Possibly the most powerful person within the MCU. Possibly.
Yeah. So absolutely. Hell
if not the most powerful,
and possibly the most beautiful.
Oh, lovely. It's lovely.
Unless they bring Emma Stone.
I'm a Zendaya guy myself.
Okay.
Zendaya, all of them.
And Makari. Let's not turn this into a pervy, like.
No, I know.
Guys perving over women.
We'll have all the females.
There's enough
of
those on the internet. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know what? I looked at my demograph on YouTube, right, and it said males, females. Males 100%, females 0. So it just says a lot.
It's a lot.
There you go. That's because we're talking about women with a turn off.
What's the age range? About 30 to...
Their age range started, I think it was 24 to up to about 60. So that's fine.
I think it would be weirder if it was like 12 to 13.
Yeah. I'd feel a bit dirty if that was the case. So I'm glad it is old people like me. So there we go, guys. Barely. Okay, so guys, I think we shall draw this to a conclusion. If everybody's happy to do so. Oh, look who it is! It's Luca Mondo. Hang on.
Do you have that picture of the red-haired woman?
Oh, sugar, yeah. Let me do one more. Excuse me, then. Let's get rid of that mug.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm rubbish at this. I really am.
I love that James already knows every screenshot that's coming up.
All right, done that. Did we have the red-haired woman? Oh, mate, we haven't
It's
got it.
Magneto from X-Men 1. I've solved it.
Oh, mate, what a scene.
No,
we are
haven't
the
got it.
future, Charles, not that.
We could always go to the trailer again and have a look at it. But there was a girl with dark hair, was there?
Yeah. So you know where Peter says that
the red
line,
hair.
Peter says that line basically. I can't save everybody. And he's talking to a female with red hair.
I thought it was Aunt May.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not Zendaya. Definitely not MJ.
She did dye her hair though, you know. At one
But
point.
in the scene where
the last
they're on
couple of
the
years.
scaffolding and stuff, her hair's all plaited. So
okay, let's have a look.
You know what we never got? We never got Shailene Woodley, who was literally cast film scenes as MJ, and then they never put it in the film. She's a fantastic actress. Would have been very good.
I'm trying to think how far into this trailer it was.
Right towards the end.
Yeah, oh, is it really?
Oh, she was on top of one of those buildings. Go back. This is like analyzing Bigfoot footage.
There. Do we think that's Aunt May?
I think that's Aunt May.
Yeah.
Aunt May. Yeah.
That's either rather like Happy has died or something else has happened. You know, it's what you were saying before, where he's got to choose between.
So the interesting
MJ
thing is, you know what you said about that car being outside that complex. So the cars so we just saw like a load of like vans with guns pulling up outside that complex.
Yeah.
And then in a car with like obviously lasers like lined up to shoot him, and then we see a car outside that complex blown up. So I think I think that is what is definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's Happy getting blown up.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a. Do you think it's by Electro though, or do you think it's Green Goblin?
Green Goblin. I think he's the main villain, and he's the most evil of them all. You know.
R.I.P. John Favreau.
Yeah.
Sorry, him go, man, if it is him.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's got to be some emotional.
You okay? Do you need a hug?
I need a minute. I need a hug would be nice. No anus eating. But a hug would be good.
You okay,
I believe I said that out loud now.
You okay, hon? Okay, guys. Well, I think that is it now. I think we've pretty much covered all of it.
Ben's back on YouTube for one show, and he's already eaten anuses. That's good.
What we need to do, we need to come back to this in a month and laugh at how fucking wrong we were about everything.
Yeah. And genuinely laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you can do that tomorrow for Luke's theories, but.
Well, some of them do seem rather outlandish, but anything can happen. Anything can happen.
If you're going to go for it, I say go for it. Like
you do go for it.
They've got nothing to lose by doing it. People would love it. Like any cost to get any of those actors will be paid for with the ticket sales.
Wesley Snipes, guys, you heard it here first.
Oh yes, that would be good.
I love Wesley Snipes. Love it. Okay, guys.
Bit of a dick though.
I think there is. I think there genuinely is. I think there's a really good theory about Peter having to sacrifice himself.
Yeah, I do like that theory.
I do think that's it. Yeah, that would be quite nice.
And then it would make sense that he's then in this weird Sony world that Morbius could be in, that is kind of spliced together with lots of different things.
Still doesn't explain the Vulture, unless you're saying that the Vulture in Morbius is a variant and it's not the same Adrian Toomes from this universe. Because then, if he's gone over, there's still problems either way you look at it.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is
confused.
I think the interesting thing, it wouldn't have been difficult to throw the Vulture in there in this trailer because it's not a massive Sinister Six like reveal, is it?
I want to throw it out there as well, guys. The sooner this multiverse thing ends, the better, because it's just creating so many he's a variant, it's universe and stuff like that. It's like I almost kind of want this Kang event to wipe out the multiverse, and there's just one
of everybody.
Earth.
I don't know how you go
Kang
back.
Event will be like Secret Wars, though. Do you think that's what it? Do you think the Kang will take over as that?
battle world and then one final world. Oh,
hang on, that's
look at
Cam.
that. Highly detailed figure.
Okay, now that's terrible. Who made that?
That's the
Made in China.
horny strip
That's
of
Ken
area.
Butt.
Holy crap! To be fair, he's more flexible than what I am.
Where's
So
he hiding
can't-
his
can't
apple?
complain
That's
with
what
that.
you got to ask.
Wow. Okay, guys. Oh, he's
Okay.
getting he's fucking right. It's getting silly now, guys. I'm just going to say thank you very much for joining me. It was, like I say, it was very last minute. This was. I wasn't going to do a show, but we were on Instagram and we were just having a bit of a chin wag, and I said we've got to talk about this in the show. And everyone, yeah. You organised it then. So yeah, it was just literally just throw it together. Very last minute, but thank you. Thanks, guys, for taking part, and thank you those at home who've actually watched this piece of shit. But also, thank you again if you're going to be watching on the rewind. Don't forget to subscribe to us all. Hang on a second, I'm sure I've got a magic button somewhere that says subscribe. Yeah, there
Whose
it
face
is.
is it gonna? Oh,
There we go.
Subscribe. All I'll say is subscribe, motherfuckers. All right. If you don't, I don't like you anymore. There you go. I've said it. It's out there. Apart from
Jesus,
that,
Dr.
I thought it went really well. What?
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Go on.
But it's okay. I'm not monetized on this one. I have to be monetized.
It's
So-
still on the
Yeah,
internet,
anyway.
Jason.
Yeah. So I'm now going to ask everyone to say goodbye. Thank you very much. And I'm going to bring up my brand new logo somewhere, wherever I put it. Where is it? It's by there. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.